Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel Biodiversity and Conservation. I am Sublakshmi Rao from Amka Prasad Research Foundation, India, and today we are going to talk about the uh, Unit 8 portion, Environmental Assessment Management and Legislation, under which we are going to study about the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. So let's start. So here today we are going to complete the chapter 4A, Central Zoo Authority and Recognition of Zoos. We have completed half the portion and today we are going to complete the other half. So in the 38E section, it talks about the grants and loans to authority and constitution of fund. So here the central government makes the authority grants and loans as the government may seem it necessary, and after this is done, after the parliament sees it appropriate, and there is a fund called Central Zoo Authority Fund that is credited to the authority by the central government, and all the fees and charges that are received by the authority under this act, um, and all the sums received by the authority from other sources may be decided upon by the central government, and the funds that are referred to in subsection 2 are actually used for giving salary or allowances or other fees to the members that are not part of the authority, or officers and other employees of the authority, and the authority also have to maintain proper accounts and other relevant records, and also prepare the annual statement of accounts, uh, so that it can be prescribed by the central government with consultation with the Comptroller and Auditor General of India. And the accounts of the authority shall be audited by the Comptroller and Auditor General at some intervals that is specified by the central government, and any expenditure that is done for the audit is payable by the authority to the Comptroller and Auditor General, and the Comptroller and Auditor General who does the audit of the accounts of the authority have the same rights and privileges, and the authority in connection with such audit as Comptroller and Auditor General generally has uh, connection with the audit of all the government accounts, and they have the right to demand the books or accounts or some vouchers that are required to make the audit report, and the accounts of the authority uh, which are certified by the Comptroller and Auditor General, together with the audit report, is then forwarded to the central government annually. Now, in section 38F, it talks about the annual report. So here it says that the authority have to prepare the annual report of their workings in such a form and at such a time, by giving all the detailed account details of that of the activities that are performed in the previous financial year, and they have to forward the copy to the central government. In the 38G section, annual report and audit report to be laid before Parliament, it talks about that the central government can refuse or can reject the annual report uh, along with the audit report, and may take action according to the recommendations that are contained there, and if they are not accepting the annual report in any circumstance, then they have to provide cause and provide recommendations, and those are then taken into consideration, and again perfect annual report is given to the central government, and this report is laid as soon as maybe after the reports are received before each House of Parliament. Then in 38H section, we uh, deal with the recognition of zoos. So here, no zoo shall be operated without being recognized by the authority. That means that the authority have to declare some areas as zoos, and without declaration or recognition by the authority, we cannot operate any zoo. And on or after the commencement of the Wildlife Protection Amendment Act 2002, a zoo cannot be established without obtaining the proper approval of the authority, and every application for recognition of the zoo shall be made by the authority, and on payment of such fee as may be prescribed by the central government. And uh, every zoos that are recognized um, have to go through some categories or conditions. That means every recognition have to specify the conditions to which the applicant shall operate the zoo, and no recognition to a zoo shall be granted unless the authority have due regard to the interests of the protection and conservation of wildlife, and if under the circumstances it's coming as that yes, we have to conserve the wildlife present in that area, then the authority will be satisfied with the conditions and the zoo will be granted the recognition. And no application for recognition of a zoo shall be rejected unless the applicant has been given a reasonable opportunity of being heard. So after hearing their uh, reasons of why they want to declare or why they want the zoo to be recognized as zoo, then uh, if we have some rules against that, then we can only reject their application for granting recognition to the zoo. Other than that, we have to think of the animals and protect them, and we have to do whatever we have to do to protect these animals. So the authority also can suspend or cancel any recognition granted to the zoos if there are some reasonable um, opportunity. And an appeal from an order refusing to recognize a zoo under subsection 5 or an order suspending or cancelling a recognition under subsection 6 shall lie to the central government. So the decision have to be taken by the central government if they want to cancel a recognition of any zoo, and 30 days prior um, appeal will be preferred from the date of communication to the applicant, and after that they can um, declare the zoo as or can declare the zoo or cancel the recognition of the zoo. Now in 38I section, it talks about acquisition of animals by a zoo. So there is No prohibition or no provisions given to zoos to acquire, sell, or transfer any wild animal or captive animal scheduled in Schedules 1 and 2, except with previous permission of the authority. And no zoo can acquire, sell, or transfer any wild or captive animal except from a to a recognized zoo only, and that too with some purpose like breeding purpose or to keep them safe. Then only they can talk about transfer or acquire any animal. And in 38J section, it talks about prohibition of teasing, etc. in a zoo. So here, uh, there is no right to the people to tease, injure, or feed any animal or cause any disturbance to their environment by noise or through pollution. So this is all from me today. Thanks for listening.